Hey y'all, I'm back at the Ponderosa after having spent a nice, productive and relaxing time in away. Um, I will say this: we in trouble, y'all. We in trouble. Well, what do you mean by that, TJ? I'm glad you asked. Let me tell you something. I got back and started my day again, consulting. And it boggles my mind how some people, I'm sorry, I got to go there. Some particularly young people have this nerve, this audacity to make demands on either employers or future employers. Well, what do you mean by that? So all of us know that there have been times we've applied for jobs, we thought we were qualified, and we get this standard email, although your application was impressive, you decide to go move forward with other candidates that are more whatever. We've been disappointed, but never have I seen some folk, because every time I get these types of things for me to look into, I immediately go look at their ages. Most of them are 25 and under. I have never seen anybody demand why they weren't selected. Excuse me? There have been many times, again, that I may not have been selected that I thought I should have been. So what I do, I kindly and respectfully thank them for the opportunity to interview and or whatever, and ask if they would mind providing me feedback that I could use in my future endeavors. What makes you think that an employer that may have considered you down the road would consider you after being so rude and combative and unprofessional before you even get on board? Or, wait, there's more. Or you sign up and apply for a job and you talk about your availability, and the employer has the nerve to want you to work during your availability. But you tell them, I ain't gonna wake up that early. Where does that happen? When did that start happening? When did that start happening? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and parallel that to the incident that happened at Plano Super Bowl. Well, you might say, TJ, one has nothing to do with the other. Well, I'm going to disagree with that because the attitude is the same. And I'm not even going to go there and say it's black, white, or whatever, because some of the people that I'm talking about now are not black, are not female even, but they are all in the same age group. So what is clear to me, that we Gen Xers raised a generation of entitled millennials, and the millennials raised a generation of entitled, selfish, disrespectful zennials. We in trouble, y'all. We in trouble. They can take no accountability, and the nerve, I just don't understand the nerve. So I've had to guide several leaders and said, or when you want to ask certain people if there's a question of their productivity, but they're clocking in all these hours, but the work accomplished does not reflect that. And you ask them to provide you details as to the work accomplished, and they have the nerve to say, you're retaliating against me. You're picking on me. Excuse me. A manager has a right to ask you what you are doing when they are paying you. And if your work is not reflective of that, that means a couple of things. Either you are lying about being on the clock, or, which is time card fraud, or you are deficient in your performance and either additional training is required or you are not a fit for the job. But either way, it's a problem. And management has a right to ask you about that. They also have a right to terminate you if your availability does not meet the need of the organization, because they are the employer. So again, it is the attitude. So when we think about what I have seen in the past couple of days and compare it to the behavior of those girls, same age group, same sense of entitlement, same level of disrespect and not knowing how to engage and how to engage. It's interesting. We in trouble, y'all. We in trouble. So all I say to that is, for those of you who have influence into millennials and zennials to help prepare them for life in general, professional in the workforce, go ahead and mold and mentor them, because those will be the ones that rise to the top. Because the others, cast them off the wayside. Because what is apparent to me when I consider all that has happened in the last week with this issue in the professional environment as well as in the other environment, there is no accountability, but a lot of excuses being made. A lot of excuses being made for bad behavior, unprofessional behavior, a laziness, ineptness, and people expect you to co-sign and support that and make excuses for, I'm not the one. I'm not the one. So fortunately for me, the leaders that I've advised, they respect my insight and my experience. And I said, you know what? With some people, you're not going to have to do this. I said, but sometimes you're going to have to be more deliberate in your communication. Instead of asking, would you please do this? You say, I'm instructing you to do this. I expect you to do this. It's going to be deliberate. Because when the communications are ambiguous, they think they have a choice, and they do. But there's no doubt as to what the choice we are going to make needs to be. So for y'all can say, I'm glad you're not my boss. Yes, you sure are. I'm glad she's not my mama. Yes, you sure are. I have rules and expectations. Take that with you.